Hey friends, let's go on a tour. It's the middle of winter. Our workout here is not finished, although it's also not stagnant. Winter's a great time to be out here working hard. Let me show you what's going on. We'll start right here at the Family Food Forest sign. I did try to remove the vines of passion fruit. However, they're really up there, so I'm gonna need to bring a ladder out. Now when I did, I accidentally knocked off a passion fruit, and I'm gonna hold on to this because I wanna show you something really cool about this passion fruit. Let's go take a look. I left my wheelbarrow here because I am filling my raised beds, and I'm using this cool method called hugelkultur. And hugelkultur means that it's layered. So on the bottom of these, I have really thick logs, followed by thinner sticks, and then I have some chicken poop, composted chicken poop, followed by these palm fronds, and then I have some dirt on top of it. I'm gonna let it settle for a little bit, and I'll add in some mulch, and then I'll put the rest of the topsoil and dirt in to start planting. It's a really great development. I'm so excited. Now right here, I actually removed one of my favorite trees. I had this really awesome tree. I planted it from seed a few years ago, and I'd gotten these pluots from the grocery store. And so I planted the seed, and it grew into a pluot tree. However, it wasn't just a pluot tree. It was a pluot tree and a rootstock from the pluot tree combined into one. And I loved it. So I moved it. And so this is where it was. Although this spot is better than any other spot for this raised bed, so it's there. Now, immediately when I put these in yesterday, and I got out of the way, the chickens started jumping into the raised beds, and I think the only reason they're not there right now is I just fed them on the ground. Now, here's something really cool. I have passion fruit over there. I have passion fruit over here. Can you imagine an entire passion fruit tunnel? I think that would be the best. So this is one of the types of passion fruit I'm growing. You can see it was just starting to turn kind of reddish, maroonish. It's a lot smaller than this. We love passion fruit. We're excited to try the different varieties. I don't know that these will actually ripen. We might need to wait for next year. But it's super cool. So I'm just gonna leave this one here next to the other one. I love passion fruit. And I also love the trellises. I guess let's go down this way. You may have seen on my Instagram some of the weed piles I had here. This area is one of my last open areas still to plant, and I had a ton of weeds. It was covered with these weeds. I can't remember the name. Oh, hey, Sally. Come on over, baby. So many weeds, and also cranberry hibiscus. And everything grew so well here, and I'm not surprised, because a few months ago, our neighbor's dog jumped over our fence. The whole thing out here is fenced, and it attacked 9 of our chickens and killed 9 of our chickens. And that evening, they took the dog to their son's house because it's actually their grown kid's dog. And we thought that would be the end of it. So anyhow, we buried the chicken bodies out here. Hey baby, let's go we thought that would be the end of it, you know? They apologized, they tried to offer to make things right. Well, a couple months later, they allowed their son and daughter who share the dog to drop it back off at their house. And they said, hey, the dog's here, protect your chickens, lock them up. So we had them in their run, but it was really stressful for them, and it was really, quite frankly, too hot to be stuck in the run. And they were there for over a week because the dog was there, and we had no idea when the dog would be leaving. And we lost 2 more chickens. So they're also buried out here. And the chickens go back to the earth, and they feed the plants that grow. So it's no wonder that the weeds grew so well. But anyhow, that's what's going on in this area. Why it's so barren is we're just being really intentional about what we plant, because it is one of our last open areas. We had a cold snap the other day, and our mangoes were like, woo, winter. And then it got nice and warm again, and they said, oh, winter must be over. So we'll keep an eye on the mangoes. This tree isn't experiencing the same. I'm under the banana tree over here, just to kind of check out what's growing. This one is missing its banana flower. I took it off yesterday, and I'm going to prepare it tonight. You can actually cook banana flour like you cook fish. So I'm gonna make a miso the miso glazed banana flower. Let's head back up this way. All right, let's see. So we're going back under the trellis. Let's see what's growing over here. Back in here, we have our blackberry jam fruit tree, and it seems a lot happier here than it did in the pot. If you have any questions about what's growing, please feel free to ask. I'm not going to name every plant, especially because I do make different videos about them, so it would just get redundant. But if you have questions, let me know. This is our root beer plant. Look how awesome it's doing. It's taller than me. I'm so happy to see so many of our plants growing so big. I did take down a bunch of the cassava. I didn't take it out because I do use it as a windbreak and for warmth. Not for warmth this season, but it'll grow back and we'll use it as a windbreak. You can see where I've been chipping away at one of my mulch piles. Took down a bunch of the cassava here. Isn't this a beautiful walking path that you can finally see again? These weed piles were taller than me. The sugar cane's growing gangbusters. Let's see, we have some more bananas up there. You can see the T-post there. This whole thing was originally surrounded by chicken wire, and I just removed it the other day. The only chicken wire I have left is right here to keep the mulch from growing on top of these. I thought they were so beautiful when I got them. They're variegated elephant ear, and they should grow to be huge. However, elephant ear are toxic. Yeah, so I wouldn't recommend planting them in a food forest. If you wanted them, I would go with Melanja. It's very similar, although not toxic. Somewhere under the mulch over here, I had a pink elephant ear growing. It was really pretty. Oh, look at that. There's more bananas back in here. And you can see how high the water table is. It's less than a foot down. What is that, 6 inches maybe? Maybe. The other day, as soon as I was done working out here, because I cleared out this bush and the whole path had all the weeds on it, all the chickens ran over to the watering hole here and started drinking. And it was so cute to me because they have plenty of water where they are, although they just preferred that water. Before we move on, a couple of the chickens have found their watering hole, so I figured we'd stop and say hi. And look at, there's Sally on the other side. Hey Sally, you getting some water? You getting in there? All right. Okay, let's keep going and see what out here is growing. We have our chicken noodle soup plant. This isn't its favorite spot. Ice cream bean, it could have been its favorite spot. It could have also been impacted by the fence. Persimmon. Last year this tree had so many persimmons, but it was behind the fence and I couldn't get to it. Although also look at those bananas that are growing. They were behind the fence and the chickens had eaten them down all the way to pretty much nothing, straight through their corm, and they're growing great. So I guess you win some, you lose some. These bananas are doing great. I did find the coolest banana situation happening. I can't wait to share with you. Let's see, let's back it up. The apple tree, I'm still not convinced I want to have an apple tree. We really just don't have the chill hours for them. And now that our zone is changing from 9B to 10A, we're going to have even fewer chill hours. Although it is flowering, and this is a really pretty flower. So, I don't know. These flowers just smell beautiful, just like floral, very flowery. Not any specific scent to me. All right, let's keep going here a little bit. Everything's growing great. I really wanted to show you how clear the path is because you can finally see it again. We cut down this mulberry tree, and oh man, when I started the food forest, I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't know what I didn't know, so I didn't even know where to start researching. And the thing is, this mulberry tree, I'd hired the wrong company and they put it in the wrong spot. If you're gonna have a mulberry tree, it should be towards the outside because they grow so huge that right here, even right next to this palm tree, there wouldn't be room for the mulberry tree when it grew up. Can you see how close they are? I mean, it's gonna be less than 5 feet. So anyhow, we cut it down. It also wasn't fruiting. It had been several years old, I've had it for 5 or 6 years, and it was already a tree before that. It wasn't a baby, a sapling, so it wasn't fruiting. It had to go. We used its trunk and its branches in our raised beds. The strawberry tree has totally taken off. They haven't all grown, and they haven't all grown this well, but it's doing amazing. And these delicious little berries taste like cotton candy, but you gotta eat them right away when you harvest them. Another mango tree coming out between the Mexican sunflower. Although I did a test with the Mexican sunflower to see if it could provide wind and warmth protection, and it really could do that quite well. And so can the mango trees. So you're gonna see a bunch of mango trees in here. The trellis is cut, well, not cut, but cleared and ready for some brand new climbing plants. I had chicken wire here and here, and then around the other side. And you'll see the chicken wire in just a minute because I didn't put it away yet. But I took that down to let the chickens out. I did put a kiwi here. I don't know how successfully it'll grow here. I'm also not convinced it's still fully alive, but let's see. I didn't do a scratch test. You can do a scratch test where you scratch it, and if it's green, it's alive. I did the break test where you break it, and if it's green, it's alive. This causes more damage to the tree. The scratch test is recommended. Okay, moving on. Oh, look, someone was living down there. See that hole? It's been filled in quite a bit. The dragon fruit are doing great. These were our Everglades tomatoes. The chickens ate most of them because turned out my kids didn't love them. Oh, there's still a few loofah up there to grab. I didn't get all of them. Let's see. Oh, well, this is a great example of why I have holes all over the place. Do you see all these little holes in the path? It's because I have wonderful chickens who love to dig. And they're also the reason that I don't have ground cover, because they eat it. Here's the chicken wire I took down. I have 5 rolls of it, and they all need to be moved. Some more mango. A pomegranate. I thought about cutting it, but I didn't, so next year I'll just come in and top it. Hey, Pen. The bananas, of course, are fruiting, and some more bananas. And the elderberry have lost their leaves for the season for the most part. We cut down the crepe myrtle, and I used its branches. And this mango tree would be doing, I'd be happier if it was standing up, so I could even tie it to this cassava here, just to give it a little bit of structural strength, structural support. Here's another mulberry tree. It does fruit, not super well. I've cut it, I've topped it before, and it just keeps growing up instead of out. If it wants to become a shrub, I'll take it and I'll keep it small and dwarfed. Otherwise, you know, we'll just remove the stump in a couple years. Let's go this way. I had to cut back this beautiful lion's mane. I love this bush. Look at that. I think it's really cool. We have it in here for the pollinators, and you can see a couple of them on it right now. This blue African basil is still flowering. Amazing. Sea grapes. I wonder how the other sea grapes are doing. I didn't look very closely at them. Some mango. My honeyberries didn't do great, but maybe they'll come back. We'll see. Rosemary. This part of the fence was down for quite a while, although I didn't notice it until I was out here clearing. And then I saw it, so I had to come in, cut back all of this Mexican sunflower. It's actually still down in part of it. You can see, I'll show you. But this part was really, really down and damaged. In fact, it's still on the ground. So we fixed this. And this part, you can see the Mexican sunflower's just grown right over. Although I don't really have an issue with the chickens getting out or other critters getting in. I think that there's enough other stuff around here to suit them that they're not really concerned about this particular patch. And until the fence is fully down, I'm just gonna leave it because it's such a hassle. Or maybe I'll fix it. who knows? We'll see where the wind takes me. I topped this mulberry tree not too long ago. You can see I cut it here and here and here. I didn't do a perfect job topping it there, so I didn't cut this one off. But it's growing back and it's getting a lot bushier, so we'll see how it does. I don't mind it here because it's on the edge, so it can grow and I can just keep it growing out and it's fine. It won't disturb anything. Here's my A reticulata, my Annona reticulata. It's doing great. It should be standing up more. I'd like it to stand up more, like this. However, it was under so much stuff, everything had grown into it, that he's drooping, so I'll fix him. Look how clear this is. This also had chicken wire fencing, and it had so many weeds, you couldn't even walk back here to get it. This is where the path is going to end for us right now. I didn't cut back all of the Turk's cap, because even if I did, the path still wouldn't be usable, because my papaya tree has fallen. So check out this. This whole thing was filled with weeds. No more. And Mexican sunflower. I'd love to come back and use that raised bed for something, but I don't know quite what, because it doesn't have great irrigation. It does get some, because I have a sprinkler head right there. But it's gone to disrepair. The Mexican sunflower has taken over. So I'd love to find a way to use it, because my husband built it for me and I loved it. And it wasn't great where we first had it, so we moved it to the south side. But as you can see, I put in beans and everything on these white poles and it didn't work. And I tried something else the next year and it didn't work. And then after that, I just ran out of steam. So here's a carambola tree, and it is fruiting. These are the best fruits whenever you're feeling low out here and you just need some energy. Who is that? Oh, hey girls. I thought I was gonna see Penny coming around the bend. Oh, you know what? Let's go back in here for a sec. Do you see the fire spike bush right here? Raspberry fire spike? It had fallen over so much, so I put these supports around it. Still can get plenty of water, still drains, still gets plenty of sun, all of that. But it holds it upright and it's growing. It's doing so awesome. And I really chopped it way back. So, very happy about that. Little blackberry there. A few random blackberries over this way. Blondie. I still have a papaya tree up, which I laugh at and I say that, but it's because you just saw one that was down. This one has fallen. This one has fallen. Oh, and there's a chicken under it. Oh, they're so funny. Let's see. This blackberry jamfruit tree is doing really well here. It's super happy. This avocado tree is super happy. The peanut butter tree is super happy. Everybody over here is doing really well. Let's go straight through here, actually. This curry tree is doing awesome. It's almost at my shoulder level. And when I got it, it was way down here and I had it in protection from the chickens. So, because they would have eaten it. Anyhow, it's doing awesome. This is the most interesting banana plant I've ever seen. It's just a normal banana plant until you get to the top where it's fruiting. And the flower isn't even hanging down. Let me show you the other side. Hold on. This is coming straight out of the stalk. Is that amazing? It's so interesting, right? Like, I've never seen anything like that. I just think that's so cool. So cool. I was walking and I was like, what in the world? So, whoa, look at that. I wonder if it's ready to harvest. As you can see, things out here are doing great. Super healthy. The path is finally cleared. It is walkable. It looks like we're gonna have another good loquat season. I'm getting some good flowers. Hey everybody, hey Nero. I don't expect to have flowers yet because it's December 20th, I think. Something like that. We're right about a week and a half away from the end of the month. But everything's doing great. The ice cream bean we pulled up is doing really well. I should top it. So The sugar apple's doing great. I need to top it also. Look at that, there's a fruit on it. Wow, I wonder if that's new or how long that's been there. Let's go check it out. Oh, let's get in here. Okay, so it's new, it is super hard. How fun, I love sugar apple. I have shared so many of these beautiful, delicious fruits. Let's see, anything interesting over here? Anything interesting over here? Let's see, the lemons are doing great, the calamandrins are doing great. This orchid tree is growing gangbusters. Cinnamon tree's doing really well. Everything's doing great, what can I tell you? So, the chickens are happy, I think. I think those are happy calls. Oh, somebody is squirmish, huh? I don't see a body. I don't really know what happened. It could just be more molting. It's possible. I don't know. I don't love it. Every time I see feathers, it makes me feel very nervous. Let's see. There's something cool over here. The sherbet berries. The sherbet bush is fruiting. You got sherbet berries on. The cecropia is doing amazing. Look how cool it is when they get new leaves. This is just the coolest. It's growing up, it's growing out. I need to trim back the firebush to give the cecropia more room, but it's doing exactly what it should be. Everything is just growing and growing great. I did want to run back and find Sally real quick before we leave. But otherwise, I hope you've enjoyed your tour. Oh, this little citrus tree is going to be moved. It's just a common sour citrus.